I just got back from work and now I have some homework to do because unfortunately I work and I'm a student at the same time while trying to be a YouTuber. Bit of a workaholic, one might say. But as you can see in the title of the video, it is called I Want to Be an Old YouTuber. The reason why I'm making this video is because, well, I want to be an old YouTuber, but really to just kind of state my grievances with YouTube at the present time. Um, really, I wanted to make a video like this already, but what really inspired me to go on further was because I found this YouTuber. Hold on one second. Yeah, his name is maybe Tease. I'm not sure if I'm looking at reading his name properly. I'm gonna put it on the camera here, or well, I'm gonna just put it in the video. But regardless, he made a video and it's named "I Want to Be a YouTuber." And then there's this other guy, Larpa Liar. If you heard of him, he's done something similar. But the reason why I say I want to be an old YouTuber is because I want to really speak on the fact that I became an old I became a YouTuber because of what YouTube used to be. Whenever it comes to like the greats of YouTube, everyone talks about Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Corey Kenshin, Dan TDM. Like the list goes on. I mean, previously what KSI used to do and stuff like that, right? And that's what I want to bring to my audience. Which is funny because I mean, like, this is coming from a guy that has like 7 videos out. Basically, I don't have enough to really credit myself just yet. I have to keep working. I have to keep doing. The guy that I mentioned earlier, Tease, I'm just shortening it for Tease. He's been doing this for a while, like 3 years. I mean, like, he has 355 videos that he's been putting out. He's really on the grind, and I'm trying to be like that too, because my goal at the end of the day is to really succeed doing this, because this is something I've loved and always wanted to do for a long time. But unfortunately for people like him and I and many other YouTubers like that, that whether they're tiny like myself, because I have like 27 subscribers right now, or they may be like him who hit 5K recently, I think just today or something like that, right? The algorithm is cheeks, man. It's literal dog water. And I say this because, like, everyone logs onto YouTube and they expect something good while they eating their food. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people, and YouTube just ain't hidden. That's why I would kind of just go on and watch anime now, which is not something I used to do. I would kind of like watch anime on my own time and then watch YouTube while I ate. But there's nothing good anymore, unless like Corey posts for the first time in like a millennia. But that aside, like, it's the YouTube algorithm is mainly tuned to a more business aspect. Tease in his video, he described it perfectly well, because I thought I was the only one feeling this, and I feel like a lot of other people feel this too now that I've seen him talk about it. But going into that business aspect part of YouTube, like, everyone has production, everyone has this team, everyone has this like $4,000 camera to shoot this one video or several videos, and then like splice up that couple of scenes into several different videos, and it just becomes TV now. It's no longer what YouTube used to be. And for smaller people or tinier people like myself, it's really hard for us to really emerge from out the darkness and really become a what it means to be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Um, because like like when you're doing this for a long time, or you're like myself who was really scared to doing it for a long time, and you study it and you study it and you study it for years to come, and like you don't put anything out, at the end of the day you still see the same pattern about how YouTube, hold on, I might have to cut this because I lost my train of thought. YouTube, when it comes to its algorithm, it pushes you these professional graded videos, the same copy and paste kind of content over and over and over again, so they could try and make you stay for longer. Like, they reward these channels to try and make you stay for longer, because that's how they make their money. The longer you I accidentally hit the pause button and stopped the recording, so I'm back here. But basically, getting back into what I was saying, they try and have you stay on YouTube for as long as possible because the longer you are on YouTube, the more you are watching their ads. The more you're watching their ads, the more money they make. You know what I mean? And I feel like if the company, whoever made this algorithm the way they did, was more understanding of its platform, like if you're really trying to do what you're trying to do, at least put some thought into it, if that makes sense. Like recommend what you really think people will watch instead of recommending what you want them to see. You know what I mean? Especially since like even this has happened to me. Like I think YouTube is starting to understand how I'm not on the platform as much to watch anything. So it ends up recommending me videos I've either already liked or already watched or already liked and watched from like maybe a couple months ago to like a couple years ago and stuff like that. So and I'm just kind of sitting there like, oh, why would you do that? You know I've watched this already. Like, but I just hope that this will change at some point. I really want to be like the people I grew up watching in terms of the kind of content they made. I do not want to be them, but I want to. You get what I'm saying? Um, it really makes me fear. It really makes me upset too because I've always wanted to do this as a kid. Um, and I've because of my fear of failure, which has stemmed from the kind of environments that I've been in and the kind of people that I've known, it's really held me back in a lot of things. Luckily, in 2026, I decided to resolve all of that and be like, hey, I'm going to make content. It may not be great at the beginning, but I could build myself up to that point, you know, which is a big step for me. It may not be a big step for a lot of other people, but it's really huge because it's gonna make me do a lot more things aside from just YouTube. Like even with other things, if I want to take that step, I could do that. And this is just a start, right? But the reason why I mention it is because with me being scared and it's taken me so long to get to this point, I felt like all this time that has passed, there's been constant times, constant like opportunities, openings that I could have just went in and made something. But because I was scared to start, because I was scared to fail, I never made anything. And now like it's 2026. You know, like to be honest, if you were there, if you made videos during COVID, you know, like with a lot more people online to see the things that's being pushed out, like you were pretty much either got a huge bump or like that made your career if you already had a community. You know what I mean? And even for me, I feel like I wasted that opportunity by not being there. And even before that, before COVID, you know, because I've been wanting to do YouTube since like 2013, since like 2014, even. You know, literally when I was a kid. Like it really started when I watched KSI pull out that diamond play button and hit 10 million subscribers for the first time. Like that was amazing to me. And like now that I'm older, like I still want that. I still want to give my younger self that present now that I'm a adult male. But now aside of that, like adding on to that, I want to be able to create a community as strong as what Etika had, you know, before the Keemstar nonsense. Like seeing that really inspired me. And it's crazy to me that I got inspired by that, but did nothing with that. And now I'm here where I feel like it's too late, but at the same time, I feel like it's not too late. That's why I'm still trying. And adding on to that, I feel like it's too late is that, you know, again, YouTube just isn't the same anymore. Like, I don't mean to make this video too long, but like, I really hope at some point I do grow. I mean, everyone that starts YouTube hopes to grow, of course. But alongside of that, alongside of like me wanting to hit 10 million sometime down the road, um creating this genuine community and being as authentic to myself and to you guys as possible. Even though not many of you guys are watching, maybe like one friend is watching this right now, but just creating, just having those side goals being put on top of like hitting 10 mil and eventually breaking this whatever YouTube is right now and just turning it back to what it used to be, and hoping to work with people like Tease at some point when I'm big enough, and like-minded creators, so we could bring back old YouTube in some way, shape, or form, is definitely like a goal that I didn't think I would have, but like what I have now, you know. But I do hope to live up to be one of the greats at some point, because right now, I mean, not many people's watching my content. My content's probably either extremely mid or it hasn't been discovered yet. Maybe it's like kind of good, but people just don't know who I am. I will never know, but eventually my work will speak for itself, and I'm gonna get there. And maybe down the line I might watch it, and it might actually be bad compared to what it is later. But that's aside the point. And with all this rambling, I don't know even know how to finish it. Um, that's really all I wanted to say. Like, if whoever for some reason sees me out of the sea of millions, billions, trillions of people trying to make content online, and you see this video and you resonate with what I'm saying, or you stayed this long to even listen to what I had to say, like, I really appreciate that. Like, genuinely, like I said earlier, I feel like only like one person's gonna watch it, which is like a friend of mine, even if he stays through the video. But I'm just gonna continue to grow, and I'm gonna work on getting better and better. I mean, the content ideas that I can do is extremely limited because the ideas I have do require money and time, which is both I really don't have, especially in America. But yeah, yeah, I really don't know how to end this, so I'm probably just gonna peace out here. Again, thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.